Good morning, Grace and Peace Periscope. We're live streaming from the car. It's me, Lola Cabaya, creator of thesmokingprophet.com, and Dante, aka that DC kid, on Instagram. Definitely go and follow him there. So good morning, good morning, good morning. So again, it's Lola here. If you have not been to thesmokingprophet.com, go and check it out. You're going to want to see what I got on there. The Smoking Prophet is a life advice site that focuses on spirituality, creativity, culture, society, more in a super dope way. I say that I give people life advice made easy, because I wish it was a lot of things that people would have told me in an easy way a long time ago. But anyways, it's all good. So this morning, I want to talk to you guys about our February focus. And if you follow the Smoking Prophet community on Instagram or on Facebook, just follow at Lola Cabaya. Then you'll know that I've been doing like different focuses this year. January, our focus was on finish what you started, because a lot of people start things, they don't necessarily finish it, right? Especially at the beginning of the year. They have New Year's resolutions, goals, and all this stuff. And it's like they need a little bit of help getting it done. So that was our focus there. You can still find the video for our February focus. I think I still have it up on my Instagram link. So if you go there, you can pull that up. But this month, we're going to focus on self-love. And I'm actually starting to get hot. So I think I want to take my jacket off. Okay. But I don't know if it's going to work. But we're going to focus on self-love. And I thought about self-love because February is the month of love, right?
You know it.
It's ooh la la, all about love and stuff.
Love you.
But love you too. We don't want to just focus on relationships. We want to focus on like us loving ourselves, you know. And it's 3 areas we're going to focus on to do that. It's going to be authenticity, because it's really important for you to be who you are, to love you, right? Anyone that says that they love themselves, but they're always pretending to be someone else, or they can't be confident and comfortable with who they really are, does not love themselves. If you say you love yourself and you're pretending to be someone else, you actually don't really love yourself that much, and that is self-hate. So we want to focus on being authentic. Something else we want to focus on this month, while embracing self-love, is going to be awareness. It's important to be aware of who you are. Being aware of who you are is going to help you to build confidence, right? It's going to help you to build the confidence that you need. Being aware of who you are will help you to see where you're deficient at. It'll help you to identify your weaknesses. It'll also help to show you your needs. Like Dante and I did something that he told me to do months ago. He told me to take the love languages quiz. So I finally took the love languages quiz. And because I'm aware of my love languages, and I'm also aware of his, and times where we start having like a conflict, it's like, no, I know that he likes touching. That's one of his love languages. So I'll just put my hand over on him and I'll just touch him. He likes that. And for me, one of my love languages is, dang, what was one of them? Okay, now I wouldn't be able to think of it. Words of affirmation. Oh, he remembers. And so because he knows that one of my love languages is words of affirmation, like he'll come and say things to me to affirm me. But us having that awareness of one, who we are and who each other are, it helps us to, you know, just really, really love each other. But I'm not saying that to the point of him and I'm saying that to you. Like when you become aware of who you are, it'll help you to really, really love who you are. And it'll help you to meet the needs of your deficiencies, and, you know, do all of the stuff that you really, really need to be doing. And the last area that we're going to focus on, dang, I'm hot in this car. Dante, you're burning me up.
I turned it on AC.
No, it was off.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm just in this jacket and I'm like burning up. Okay, so the last area that we're going to focus on is affirmations. We want to focus on affirming all of the dopeness of you, right? So we want to get to the point of where we're really, really embracing us, where we're being authentic. Authentic. I was trying to say authenticity, and I just made it into a whole nother word. Grace and peace in the mood 2014. Thanks for coming on. But authenticity is self-love. So we want to be authentic, and then from there we want to gain confidence and be empowered by knowing who we are, like, and becoming more aware of ourselves, our skills, the way we love, all kinds of stuff. And then from this point, we want to speak affirmations to confirm and to align us to who we are. We want to speak affirmations, and then we want to denounce that stuff that is not us. So things that somebody may have told you, like you're unlovable, or you don't look right, or you need to lose some weight, or you should change your hair, or you should do this and that. We want to denounce that stuff that's not us, because again, this month we're going to focus totally on self-love. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me there, because I'll be doing a lot of my posting there at Lola Cabaya. If you're a Facebook user, that's cool. I'm on Facebook too. I'll do some posting there as well at Lola Cabaya. And then you can always catch stuff on the podcast. The Smoking Profit podcast is available on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn, and Spotify. So go look it up. Join my text list, because I'll send out information there. And all this stuff is free, by the way. Like, none of this stuff costs you any money. It costs me money. It costs you nothing. So join the text list. Text the word BLAZE, BLAZE, to the number 31996. I'll be sending out information there, but really I just send out prophetic life advice or God-inspired life advice, resources, real stuff to help you win weekly. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. That's what our February focus is going to be about. Now let me tell you about like my marriage story. And you're probably like wondering, like, why is she talking about self-love and then getting on her marriage story? Because I really had to go through a journey of like love before I even got to this point of like wanting to get married again. So I'm married when I was younger. I married when I was really young, actually, and it didn't work out. It wasn't the best situation. It didn't work out, and I ended up getting divorced and having children that, I'm left taking care of on my own, which is really great. Not so much at the time, because at the time, I was torn up about it. Like, I was like, nobody is going to want me. Like, I have children, I have this and that. No, who's gonna want me? I didn't sign up for this. Like, when I got married, I didn't expect for this to happen. I didn't expect to have to deal with this, and now I'm stuck with this. Like, I was just super like torn up about it. So then I got over that. I got over it. I was like, I'm okay. My family is wonderful. I had great support from my family. Like, my family helped me so much. Like, great support from my family. I have a very small circle of friends, but I have people that I could count on to help me with stuff, and they would. So I got over that. Then I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. My family is great. And then I got to the point of where I'm like, I'm great. Like, and if somebody doesn't see that, then that's just what they don't see. So that was okay. But I still was never at the point of where I was like, I want to get married again. I had said it. I was like, I'm not getting married again. If I do anything, if I get involved with anyone at all. What are you smiling at?
Just laughing,
But I was like, if I do anything at all, like, I'll just have a commitment ceremony with someone. That's what I said I was going to do. I was like, I'm not getting married. And then there was a period of time where I didn't date at all. Like, if you go to my YouTube channel, at Lola Cabaya, just Google YouTube a video of me talking about dating. Lola Cabaya and dating. Google that, and you'll see where I was straight up on there like, I'm not dating. And that was just, I think 4 years ago, maybe. Like, I was like, I'm not dating. And I did that because I was like, the whole point of me dating, you may have your own perspective, and if you do, that's great. The whole point of me dating would be to get married. So if I'm like, I know I don't want to get married, then I'm not dating anybody. So I didn't. Went through this whole period where I'm like, I'm not dating. And then I made a vision board. I think back in 2015. And on the vision board, I got to show it to you. It's so pretty. On the vision board, I have like this bouquet of flowers that I cut out of a magazine. A bouquet of flowers, and it says love and bloom. And then I have the smokingprofit.com on there. I talk about art on there because I'm an artist. I paint, I draw when I have time. And then I had some like fraud stuff on there because I wanted to get my CFE license, which is like a fraud certification license. So I had that on there. I had 3-year planned on there. I got more grace. I got stuff on there like drink more water. Who doesn't need to drink more water? So I got that on there. I had all of this stuff on there, right? And I put it up, and it said 3-year plan. I never really thought about it. Oh, on my vision board, I have a little mirror on there too. So I actually look at myself, and I see myself in the middle of all of this stuff I've envisioned. So I put up my vision board, and I'm going on about living my life. And I'm watching like some of the things that I put on my vision board actually happen, which was cool. It was really cool. But when I cut out like the love and bloom thing, I didn't really think too much about it. I honestly just cut it out and put it up there because I thought it was so pretty, this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And I was just like, man, I want my life to be like that. I had come through a lot of stuff, and I was like, I want my life to be like that, just like this wonderful, beautiful bouquet of flowers and just life, this beautiful garden, And so I ended up getting involved with someone by accident because, again, I'm not thinking about dating. And so me and this person became friends. And then from friends, it was kind of like, wait a minute, I think I like you a little bit. I think I like you too. I think you did that on purpose, sir. You did that on purpose. You snuck in through the friend zone and came and got me. Grace and peace, AP Zonia. You're right at the good part. So when that happened, like, I was like, wow, I like this guy. Hey. I was like, I like this guy. And he likes me too. And we were talking and things were great. And then he was like, I really, really don't want to do this because I didn't want to get involved with, guess what? This is what he said. He said he didn't want to get involved with someone that had children. That's what he said. Apostle Sonia, can you do me a favor? And everyone else that's on too, go ahead and invite your followers, because even if they're not up now, they can come on later. And by the way, how is the weather in Michigan? I pray that you're okay too. But thank you. So he said that he didn't want to be involved with me because he didn't want to get involved with someone that had children. Wow. When he said that to me, you guys, like, that thing was like, so like, then all of this stuff that I had overcome, as far as, oh gosh, we're praying for you guys. This stuff that I had overcome where I told you guys, like, I got divorced and I had children and I was like, no one is going to want me. All of those thoughts came back. And if you think I'm lying about this, I'm not. I have a Facebook post about it. I'll have to go and reshare it today so that you guys can see it. And I also have maybe a podcast, my story, like one of my early podcasts where I talk about it. But where I talk about that part, not this part. This is the first time I think I'm sharing this publicly. But he said that, and all of this stuff comes back where I'm like, wow, nobody's going to want me. And I'm like, no, I know that, like, my family is great. Like, me having a family has made my life better. It's okay. And so I was just like, okay, that's it. You don't want to do it. That's fine. Can't force you to do anything. Wouldn't want to, especially not in that area. When it comes to, like, you having children or you having something and someone saying, I don't want to deal with that. Don't try to force people to deal with stuff that they don't want to. It's okay. So I didn't talk to this person. The person reached back out to me because it was really hard. Like, we talked to each other, like, we liked each other. We talked to each other every day, every day. And so the person reached back out to me and was like, you did? Wow. And was like, I'm not going to, they didn't say that. They said that they had been thinking about me and talked to, like, some men that they respected, and was like, they wanted to try to do it. So this is what they said. So all of a sudden, grace and peace, Marcus L. Boston, you guys that are coming on, go ahead and share this story for me if you don't mind. At this point in the story, I'm talking about how before I even got to the point of wanting to get married again, I had to go through this whole love thing for myself, like this self-love thing for myself. So I'm kind of in the middle of that point now. So the guy that had just told me he didn't want to talk to me because I had children now was coming back and telling me he wanted to try it. He had talked to his grandfather about it, someone that he really, really respected, and that if I didn't answer the phone, he was just going to pop up where I was to, like, profess his love for me. Who doesn't want that? I was like, wow, that's a huge turn. And I didn't even pray about any of this. I was just like, man, let him go on and be great and do everything, right? So I was like, wow. I was like, okay, yeah, I miss you and all of this and whatever. And so we started back talking. And then all of a sudden, I don't remember how long after it was, he did it again. He was just like, I can't do this. Like, I didn't want to start out with someone that had children. So at this point, I was a little bit angry. I was like, well, now, wait a minute. Now, hold up. Who told you to do this 2 times? So, let that situation go. And it was done. So I'm crying out to God. I'm crying out in my bed. Grace and peace, Strong T. Holmes. Go ahead and invite your followers if you're just now coming on. I'm talking about my marriage story, but I'm talking about self-love for me first and how I got married young, had children, was left with children, was like, nobody's going to love me, all of that. And I was angry. Yes, Apostle Sonia. Somebody commented and said, what? You were angry? Yes, I was angry. But I'm talking about how, I thought nobody was going to love me. And then I got over that and I was like, somebody's going to love me. But then I moved to the point of where I was like, I'll date. And if I date, I just won't get married. I'll have, a ceremony, but like a commitment ceremony, but not a real marriage. And then from there, I got to the point where it was like, I don't want to date at all because I don't want to get married. So we ain't doing that. And then I accidentally ended up dating someone. They snuck up on me in the friend zone. And then we started liking each other. So now this person has told me, hey, I don't want to talk to you because you had kids. But they knew all of this in the beginning. So that hurt me. And all of these memories from when I got divorced and when I was left alone and having to take care of my family. You guys, when I was left alone to take care of my family, my children were very young and they were all in diapers because I had stair steps, okay? They were all in diapers. It was crazy. So shout out to my family, shout out to God and my friends who were there. But so all of these memories start coming back. Nobody's going to want you because you have children, right? And so then I'm like, no, I'm not accepting those memories again. And I'm not going to do anything to try to make myself feel better, because that's what we do sometimes. When our feelings have been hurt, our ego tries to come in and we try to find ways to love ourselves, self-love in the wrong way. So it's just like, no, I'm not doing that. So the guy's like, I want to talk to you again. Then all of a sudden he's like, I don't want to talk to you again. And so I'm like, and I'm crushed. And I'm in my bed. I remember this. I'm in my bed. And I'm crying to God. And I said to God, you said that your grace was sufficient for me and that your power was made perfect in weakness. So, Father, I need your grace to come in and help me right now because I'm weak. And I felt the peace of God come over me. Okay? And it wasn't all of a sudden I was great, but every time I felt myself sinking, I was like, I'm going to sink in grace, God. And I would just pull on God like, no, you got to fulfill this word that you said. You said your grace was sufficient. Be my peace, be this to me. And so God did that. And I was sitting in my room probably over the next few weeks, and I saw my vision board. So I talked about my vision board at the beginning. I would love using stories to bring people and build bridges to ideas that people need to change their lives and transform their lives. So I'm looking at my vision board, and the Lord shows me the part of my vision board where I cut out this beautiful bouquet of flowers, and it said love and bloom under it. And he was like, and then I went over my eyes, somehow went over on my vision board to 3-year plan, because I had that on there, like 3-year plan. And it had been 3 years since I had made that vision board at this point. And so he was like, the first year was about you and I being in love. You needed to encounter my love for what it really is. That my love is not work-based. That you can't do something and make me love you. That I just love you because I'm God, I'm good, I'm your Father, and I just love you because of that. And nothing you will do will ever make me love you more or make me love you less. God showed me that. So the first year was like 2015, I fell in love with God, and he really, really showed me who he was. He wooed me in the wilderness, like it says in the book of Hosea. He cut me off from my lovers every time I tried to walk away from him and go and embrace someone to make me feel love from where I was void of love. He cut it off. There was a period of time where I would call people and they would be like, nope, nah. I told the Lord, I love you, but Lord, these people on this earth, sometimes I don't love them so much. And then I just developed this huge grace to love people. Like, I developed that. Like, you guys see me and you're like, you're so sweet, you're so nice. It wasn't always like that. Trust me. It was not always like that. He gave me a love for people because I began to see people like God sees them. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. And then he was like, so he's telling me this as I'm laying in my bed and looking at this vision board. And then he was like, this year it's going to be about love and bloom for you, relationship-wise. It's like, whoa. Okay, so it's water. You guys are like, it's a bridge. Sorry. I don't know if you can see it. We're on a big bridge. It was like love. That's awesome. It was like love for you and someone that you can potentially be partnered with for life. And I don't believe in just having a one-to-one. I believe that there are multiple people in our lives that we can connect with, because I have a connection with this one now.
Yep.
But if God said, I want you to marry Dante, and Dante all of a sudden decided he wanted to do his own thing, like, I don't want to be with you because you got children, then God ain't gonna be like, well, you missed your one because he wasn't acting right. God is not gonna do that. So God was like, boom, you have the opportunity, love and bloom for you in this area. So I was like, okay. And at the end of the year, before the year ended, when it was down to the wire, I think it was in October, we and Dante came across one another's paths. And we had known each other for that whole year of 2017.
Yes.
We knew each other the whole year of 2017, but we never talked to one another like that. Like, we said hey. We actually met in the elevator. Marcus L. Boston said hey.
What's up, Marcus?
Yeah. Apostle Sonia said hey too. Right. So, we knew each other, but we never talked to each other. And I think I met him in an elevator, and he was just really tall, because Dante is really, really tall. And I'm short, so I was looking up like, dang, you're tall. I'm like, how tall are you?
Exactly. 6'5".
Yeah.
Like,
right. And so, like, we just spoke in the elevator, and we went on about our business. And then Dante got a new job in a different department, so he was changing buildings. It's okay. Apostle Sonia, I'll send it to you. But Dante was switching jobs, and he happened to see me before he left. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of fill in from this part.
Okay. And the crazy thing, or the thing I wanted to say about that, is that God has such a great plan, because during your journey, if I had met you any time before you were ready to deal with me, I wouldn't have this opportunity I have now.
Right, because I probably would have, like, shut him down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she said that a few times, actually. Like, if I hadn't come in, and within, like, maybe a month, I think somebody else had tried to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a plan. He had to get you ready to love yourself, to love others, and then to be ready for marriage.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So thank you. Some Ladybug 1312 said beautiful. So then I meet Dante, right? I meet him, and I'm like, he's not really my type, because let me just be frank, I'm just like, his complexion. I like Snickers bars. Like, this is not milk chocolate, This is some French vanilla. Latte, caramel, right? Someone said Jeremiah 29:11. Yep, he knows the plans he has for us, right? God does. But I was just like, Marcus L. Boston, that happened. I was just like, Dante is not my type. So, like, something happened. I was just like, we really don't have to talk. We can just, we'd probably be better off acquaintances. That's what I told him. Apostle Sonia said, chocolate, I hear you. I told Dante that we would make better acquaintances. I didn't even want to make him a friend. It was just like, when we see each other, we just see each other. That's it. But that didn't work. He was pretty persistent. And I remember the Lord gave me a dream about Dante, because God talks to us in our dreams, each and every one of us. And a lot of times, if you have a hard time hearing in the daytime, he'll come get you while you sleep, right? Because God does not sleep, and your spirit is like his. It doesn't sleep either. So, like, I had a dream about him, and in the dream, Dante sent me a text message. And in the text message, he said, babe, and this is something that he does not say. Like, Dante doesn't say babe at all. So I told him about the dream. I said, I had this dream about you. I said, well, you sent me a text message and you said babe. I said, it could be two parts. It could be something literal. It could be something figurative. I said, it could really mean that, you're gonna send me that. Or I said, it could be like, you're gonna start adopting some of the things that I'm doing, and I believe that God used that for me as encouragement. Like, go beyond what you see and try allowing this man to love you, because he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? There was a person that also messaged me. Her name is Shar Curry, out on the West Coast. She messaged me, and she told me before this happened that, this package that God is sending to you is not going to look like what you think. And it didn't. It didn't look like what I think. There were some things that he did that I didn't like. But who doesn't do things that we don't like? Dante and I were praying this morning, and when we were praying, I thank God for our differences. I was like, God, thank you for our differences, and that Dante and I are not the same. that we have strengths in different areas, and that just means that we're going to come together and have an even more amazing life. So yeah, like I feel like God gave that to me as encouragement. Like, go ahead and like, don't just go off of what you're initially seeing. Like, go ahead, like, look deeper, look at the heart, like the prophet Samuel had to do with David when he anointed David to be king. So from there, we just kind of became inseparable. Well, not kind of became inseparable. We did become inseparable. And one of the things that I think caught my attention the most with him is that he loves my children. Dante loves my children. Dante loves our children. And when he came into the situation, he told me later on that he knew what he was getting into and weighed it out before he really like seriously started pursuing me. Like, will I be able to do this? Because I know what she has, and he was all ready for it. Like, he would do things for me one weekend and then do things with our children the next weekend, you know? He did, and I never noticed it until a couple of months in. I was like, do you know that we kind of seem to be on rotation? It'd be me, then kids, then me, and then kids. And he's like, yeah. Like, so yeah, this is just, someone said, all right, Dante, and they said, awesome. So yeah, that's our story, but it's the one where God had to really get me. You know, God had to take me through a process of self-love, you know, and take me through the process of embracing his love, loving people. And then I was finally ready, halfway ready, to be married and to love someone else and to let someone love me. So if you want to take this journey of self-love with me, again, for the month of February, I'm going to be doing the focus of self-love. We're going to focus on 3 areas: authenticity, because if you're not being yourself, you're hating yourself. Okay, so authenticity is self-love. We're focusing on that, number 1. And then number 2, we're going to focus on awareness, because when you're aware of who you are, when you're aware of what you need, your skills, whatever it is, grace and peace, KV, when you're aware of all of that, then it empowers you. It gives you more confidence to be who you are, right? And just like with me, like, I know my love language, so I can communicate to people that I care about that, hey, this is one of my love languages. You know, I need this from you. So it's another way that you can be empowered to be you and who you are. And then the last thing we're going to focus on is affirmations. All of the stuff that we are, we're going to just speak things to affirm that, and we're going to denounce the things that are not us, okay? So if you want to take the journey with me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Lola Cabaya. You can also follow at The Smoking Prophet, and follow Dante at That DC Kid. Yep. We're going to have some stuff coming from him probably later on this year because we got too much going on at the beginning. And that's it. Anybody want to ask us any questions, go for it. As I close out, text the word BLAZE, BLAZE, to the number 31996. I send out weekly prophetic life advice, hacks, resources, and hope to help keep you winning. So you want to join the text list, and it's free. Also catch the Smoking Prophet podcast on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, and Stitcher. Just follow at The Smoking Prophet or at Lola Cabaya. Kalila said that she loves the 5 languages series. Oh my gosh, Dante told me to take it last year. I never did until like the end of the year, and I was so happy that I took it when I did. AP Sonia, thank you so much. And catch thesmokingprophet.com. You'll want to go and check it out. It's a life advice site that focuses on spirituality, creativity, culture, society, more in a super easy way. I give people life advice made easy. Yeah, that was just a portion, but God is just really amazing. Marcus L. Boston said, nice story and testimony. I was just amazed. Like, I made this vision board 3 years before. I put this stuff on there. You know, I didn't know what it meant. Like, I put it on there, and then 3 years later, blessings, Roz 777. 3 years later, God is sharing with me, like, no, that love and bloom is for you. Like, I needed you to know what my love really was and allow me to love you the way you needed love. Because I had this really bad ego, and I have a podcast about that, how like my ego almost slayed me. You guys need to listen to that. But I learned that my ego was just there, and it was really going to kill me, but it was there covering up all the holes that I had in me, where I wasn't confident in myself, where I didn't love myself, you know what I'm saying? And every time I would get hurt, every time something would happen, it's like I would do something outwardly with the ego to try to make myself feel good. You know what I'm saying? To try to make myself feel better. People do that with drugs, alcohol, sex, all kinds of stuff. But I would do that, right? Ego would just show up and it's like, no, ego gonna get you killed. All right, what is the podcast called? The Smoking Profit Podcast. So if you're an Apple user, go to iTunes or go to podcasts on your iPhone and just look up at Lola Cabaya, LOLACABAYA, or look up The Smoking Profit and you'll find it. If you have Spotify, you can find it there. If you have an Android, Samsung, or whatever, it's on Google Play. I have it on SoundCloud for you guys that are on there, Stitcher, TuneIn. It's all over. Just search it, The Smoking Profit, or at Lola Cabaya. If you haven't shared, go ahead and share the broadcast. And if you're just now coming on, you'll want to listen to it. I love you guys. We're out of here. We hope you will have an amazing day. Dante and I will be on with AP Sonia 1 Green later on this month. And yeah, have a good day.